and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Alex and I post beauty related videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so make sure you are subscribed and you put that notification bell on so you are notified every time that I post. For today's video I thought I would do like a beginner's makeup guide and just tell you all my favourite drugstore products that are all under £10 that I think a beginner should have in their collection, that's easy to use, that will benefit them not spending a lot of money. So I'm just going to talk through every step of my makeup routine and every product that I recommend for every part of your routine. Do you know what I mean? Just if you're one of the younger viewers and you haven't really played with makeup enough, you don't really know where to start, hopefully I'll give you a bit of advice and recommend some products to you to test first and to try it on your face and see if it works for you. So the first thing I do quickly want to talk about is that I always moisturise my face every single day without fail before I put my makeup on, and I use the Nivea Daily Essentials Light Moisturising Day Cream. This has SPF 15 in it, which is good for your skin, and it's just a moisturiser. I always put it on without fail. You can get this in Boots, and I can't remember how much all of these, but they are all definitely under £10, so you are not breaking the bank with any of these products. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recommend different things for like base products for like different skin types, if you know what I mean. So for primer, if you have got oily combination skin, you've got big pores, then I'd recommend using the NYX Pore Filler Primer. This is such a good primer from the drugstore. NYX is more of an expensive drugstore brand, but this still isn't really that expensive. So I'd recommend the Pore Filler Primer for people like me that have big pores. Yeah, it's just not a great place that makeup sticks to. I definitely recommend this one. For people who have dry skin, I would definitely recommend the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer, because this is practically a moisturiser. It's so hydrating, really good moisturiser. For foundation, I've got two again. My first ever foundation that I bought from Superdrug was the Rimmel Lasting Finish. I believe I bought the blue one first, but I really like the one with the red top. This again is for people with skin that are not super oily, because this doesn't last as long. I know it says lasting finish, but it doesn't last as long on my skin as a matte foundation, because I do have a combination skin type. So I use this on days where I know I'm not gonna be out for a long period of time. So I'd recommend this one if you have a normal to dry skin type. For oily skin, I would 100% recommend the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. This is loved by so many people. It's such a good foundation, completely a matte foundation, so it will last such a long time on your skin. For powder, I have got the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is such an oldie but a goodie. It's such a good powder. Definitely mattifies your skin like that. It requires minimal effort, just to set your face in place, just set your makeup in place. I would definitely recommend using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I also really like the Rimmel Insta Fix and Matte Powder. However, this is like a bright white powder, so I'd probably recommend using this on a day-to-day basis rather than, like, say if you're going out to a party or somewhere where you're taking loads of photos. I'd recommend using the Rimmel Stay Matte instead of this one. For bronzer, I've got two again. I have got the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, which was the first bronzer that I ever used from the drugstore. This is a really nice bronzer. It's super orange toned, so if you don't really like the look of orangey bronzers, probably stay away from that. So if you don't like this one, I'd recommend the Wet n Wild bronzer. You can get this on Beauty Bay. So Wet n Wild is an American brand, but you can get this on a UK website. It's just a super cool tone bronzer. It does have a slight shimmer in it, but it's not like super glittery, so it's a really pretty bronzer. So I'd recommend this one if you don't like super orangey bronzers. For contouring, I would recommend the Revolution Powder Contour Kit. This comes with 8 pans of what you'll need for contouring. So there's a highlighter shade, a powder, like a just like a normal powder shade. You might not even need to buy that if you just want to use what's in here. Has your contour shades, has a banana powder, has a lighter lighter powder shade. So yeah, this is really good. It's a super hefty palette, but it's definitely worth the money. The Revolution products are so good. You know what I think about Revolution products, so I cannot rave about their products enough. But this is definitely a good starter point for a contour kit. You do not need to spend, what is it, like 30-40 quid on an Anastasia Beverly Hills one. You can just spend £8 on this one and get it at Superdrug, so I definitely recommend this contour kit. For highlighters, I've got another Revolution kit, and this is a palette. This is the Revolution Soph. Oh my god, I didn't talk about this in my other video. I'm gonna have to film it and add it on. This is the Revolution Soph highlighter kit, and it comes with 8 beautiful pans of highlighters, and there's one for everybody in this palette. So you're spending £8, but you get a lot of shades in this. You get a couple of colours, like different coloured highlighters, and then you get the neutral ones here. This is a beautiful highlighter palette. I would 100% recommend this. If you don't want to spend the money on like a palette, I'd recommend the W7 Glow Commotion highlighter, which looks like this and is a dupe for the Balm Mary Luminizer highlighter, and it's a super pretty champagne gold, perfect for pale skin. I really like this highlighter, so I definitely recommend this. For blush, I've got the L'Oreal Paris Life's a Peach blush. This is slightly more expensive. I think this is like £7, but it's a beautiful peachy toned bronzer. I love peach bronzers. No, this is a blusher. I love peach blushers so much, and if you like them sort of tones, you'll really like this blush. If you don't want to spend that much on a blusher, then I would recommend checking out the MUA Baked Matte Blush. The pans are so beautiful, and these are like, what, like £2.50. They're so cheap. So I'd recommend these blushes because they're super pretty. I really like these ones. I've just realised I completely forgot to talk about concealer. I'm all over the place today, so I'd recommend checking out the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. I've had this for donkey's years. This is run out, I need to get a new one. But the concealer is so good. It's so creamy, full coverage, so pigmented. It's such a good concealer, and this is like £4 I think, which is so cheap. So definitely for a beginner, I'd recommend checking out this concealer. For eyeshadow, I've got two. If you want the cheaper option, I'd recommend checking out the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes. You can again get these on Beauty Bay, and they are super pigmented. They are absolutely beautiful. I love these. I love these eyeshadow palettes. They're so stunning. Recommend them completely. And then if you want to spend a little bit more on your eyeshadow palettes, I would recommend the Soph X Revolution palette. It comes with beautiful neutral tones with pops of colour in there. You could play around with this so much. You could do so many different types of look with it, so that's why I recommend this palette as well. For mascara, I recommend the Collection Lash Surge mascara. This is so cheap, but the mascara is so good. I cannot believe how great this mascara is for the price. It is literally insane. I do also love the Maybelline mascaras. Like pretty much all of their mascaras I get on with so well. So if you want to spend a little bit more money on mascara, then check out the Maybelline ones, but these ones are cheaper and they are so good. For lips, I again would recommend another Revolution product, and that is the little lipsticks. I think this is £3, and this is in the shade Show Fur, and it's a beautiful pinky nude shade. But have a look on their website because they've got loads of shades of lipsticks and they are so cheap. If you want to spend a little bit more, and if you want a liquid lipstick, I would recommend the NYX Lingerie lipsticks. They are beautiful. I love the applicator. They last a long time. They're creamy, pigmented. They do dry down matte, so that is a creamy lipstick. These are matte. If you like your matte lipsticks, then you will love this. So this is slightly more expensive than these. I think they're probably around £8. I can't remember, but I do really recommend these. Are so good. And lastly, for setting spray, if you want a matte setting spray, I'd recommend the NYX Matte Finish. This is just a tiny travel one, but I've completely run out of it. I need to get a new one, but sometimes I don't want a dewy like mist because I'm going to work or something, so I'll use the NYX matte one. And then if you want a more dewy finish, then I'd recommend the Obsession Dewy Fix. I absolutely love this setting spray, it's so good. And I even like the Primark Primer Water. If you can get your hands on that, then that is such a good primer spray as well. But I love this, it makes your skin just look so beautiful and like skin-like. I can't explain it, but it's so nice, so I definitely recommend this. So those are all the products that I recommend to a beginner. If you have any more suggestions, please leave them down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you love any of these products as well, because they're pretty popular in the drugstore. So yeah, please make sure you are subscribed. You have put that notification bell on so you're notified every time I post, and I will see you in my next video.